Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Ankush here from Arif Consulting. Welcome in our Azure BareMetal Infrastructure video. In this video, we will be going to talk about Azure BareMetal Infrastructure Service. Well, here is the agenda of our this video. So we will be going to understand what is BareMetal Infrastructure is, and then what is the benefits, what are the SKU availabilities we have, what are the operation models, what are the instance stamps, what are the storage, networking, operating system options we have, how the networking looks like in the bare metal instance, and at the end we will be going to have a quick demo. I would be going to show you where you can see your bare metal instances, and then I would be walk you through with one of the Microsoft document, like how exactly you can request for a bare metal, because you don't get the capabilities of creating a bare metal instance directly from the Azure portal. You need to request to the Microsoft, and from there you will be going to get the bare metal available into your subscription, and from there you can manage the bare metal infrastructure or the server, right? So let's quickly jump into the introduction. So the bare metal infrastructure is made up of a dedicated bare metal instance, or you can say a server, and the features are with the bare metal instances is like high performance storage operations to the application. Storage can also be shared across the bare metal instance to enable the feature like scale out cluster or the high availability pairs with field node fencing capabilities, a set of functions, specific uh, virtual LANs, VLANs in isolated environment. So these are the two features you get with the bare metal instance. The environment is also have special VLANs you can access if you are running the multiple virtual machines or one or two or more machines into the virtual network in your Azure subscription. The entire environment is represented as a resource group into the Azure subscription. Uh, Azure Bare Metal basically offer over the 30 SKUs for 2 socket to 24 socket servers and memory, ranging from 1.5 TB to up to 24 TBs. A large set of SKU is also available with Optane memory. Azure offer the range of bare metal instance into the hyperscale cloud. Now, bare metal is nothing but it's just like the physical server which you can purchase from the Microsoft, and it do have a plenty of options for the storage, plenty of options for the VLAN, and even if you have your virtual machines running in your Azure network, you can connect your bare metal instances by using the VLANs to the configure the VLANs in the backend, and from there you can connect it to the virtual machine, and you can your entire environment is represented as a one resource group into the Azure subscription. So these are the things like so it's just nothing like it's just a dedicated server or a physically dedicated server you are getting from the Microsoft. Now, why bare metal, right? Why not, or why we cannot use the virtual machines, right? Now, some workloads, right? Some application like a SAP in enterprise required to be run on the typical uh, bare server or typical physical server, right? And these kind of application actually require a special architecture, certified hardware, or extraordinary large sizes. Although these technology have the most sophisticated data protection and the business continuity features, those features are not inbuilt for the virtual cloud, right? And the data or the workload, they are more sensitive to the latency, noisy neighbors, and required more control over the change management and the maintenance activities, right? Bare metal infrastructure is built, certified, and tested for a set of applications like a SAP HANA. Azure was the first to offer such solution and have since led with the large portfolio in the most sophisticated system. So again, bare metal is only required when your specific applications which cannot be run on the virtual machine and they don't support the virtualization. In that case, you need to completely run those uh, service on the Azure BareMetal, and you can basically purchase these BareMetal services directly from the Microsoft, right? And with by having the BareMetal, you have a lot of control over the change management, over the maintenance, over the configurations, over the latencies. Like your workload is a more sensitive to the latencies, right? Kind of things. That's where a BareMetal is required. Benefits. Now we are getting a lot of benefits by running the BareMetal infrastructure. So BareMetal is intended to basically is needed for the critical workload that require a certification to run your enterprise applications. Uh, Bare metal instances are dedicated to only to the customer, only to us, and have a full access control on the operating system, right? You can do anything on the bare metal. You have a root access to the operating system. You manage operating system application installation according to your need. For the security, these things are provisioned within your Azure virtual network with no internet connectivity. Only services running on the virtual machine or the other services in the same tier 2 network can communicate it with the bare metal instance, right? So these are the things which is there. Now we get the full control of the operating system. The bare metal instance will get connected with the virtual network, which is already connected, already have into the subscription, but it does not have the connectivity to the internet, which means your other VM can reach to the internet and can access to the internet, but your bare metal instance cannot. Right? So what are the benefits is there a part of these? First benefit is certified hardware for specialized workload like a SAP or Oracle. They need a certified or a special hardwares to be run, and that's where you can use your bare metal. Non-hypervised bare metal instances, single tenant ownerships, low latency between Azure hosted application and the bare metal instance. It's less than 0.35 milliseconds. All flash SSDs and NVMe options are available. We can have up to 1 petabyte per tenant. It can give us 1.2 million IOPS per tenant. It can give us 40/100 GB network bandwidth. It have accessibility via NFS, ISKZ, and FS files options, right? Now it do provide the redundancy power supplies, snakes, stores, ports, fans, storage in the management, hot spare for replacement into future. Like you don't need to do any kind of reconfiguration. It just kind of hot replacement. If there is any issues with the hard disk, someone will be going to remove that hard disk and putting a new one, right? That's kind of configurations are available. Or even if there is anything is required to be changed or required to be updated, in that case you don't need to do the any kind of reconfigurations, right? A customer coordinated maintenance window like in Azure, where we get the notification like Microsoft is going to perform that the maintenance, and you have to keep or you have to make sure your workload should be up and running after the maintenance completed. In the bare metal, it's something customer is going to tell to the Microsoft, like, guys, I want to perform this maintenance and this specific time window, right? It should only happen in this time window. That's the benefit of having the bare metal instance, right? Application awareness snapshot, archiving, monitoring, and cloning. So these are the features which or the benefits I can say we are getting with the bare metal instance. Keep in mind, bare metal instance are too costly because you are buying a physical hardware with the higher configuration and the certified hardware, which means you have to pay more money for all of these kind of instances which are certified or of bare metal, right? So use case is only going to be for the bare metal is only the certified application or the application which is required to be run only on the bare metal, then only use the bare metal instances or the infrastructure. Now the SKU availabilities. So bare metal instance offer multiple SKUs certified for specialized workload. Like we do have a two types of SKUs where the large instances or very large instance. The large instance are ranging from 2 socket to 4 socket CPU system. The very large instances are basically ranging from 4 socket to the 20 socket CPU system. So we do have a two kind of SKU availability of the bare metal instance, and then the infrastructure availabilities are only into the specialized region or the specific regions. The regions are West Europe, North Europe, German West Central. It do support the journal support, East US, East US 2, West US, West US 2, South Central US. So these are the regions where the bare metal infrastructures are available, and we can purchase a physical server from the Microsoft. Operation model. Now, as I told you, right, for the operation model, uh, the bare metal is the physical server, which means the operation model is also going to be applied on the bare metal infrastructure. So bare metal infrastructure are ISO 27001, ISO 27017, ISO 1, ISO 2 compliant, and it also use a bring your own license model, OS specialized workload, and the third party application, which means you can use, or you always need to bring your own license for your operating system, your workload, or your third party application, right? As soon as you receive the root cause sorry as soon as you receive the root access and the full control, you can assume the responsibility for designing and implementing the backup and recovery solution, high availability and the disaster recovery, licensing, security, and support for operating system and the third party software. It's a customer responsibility, it's our responsibility. Microsoft responsibility is going to be the providing the hardware for specialized workload and provisioning the OS. So these are the two responsibility which going to be the Microsoft. At the right side you can see there is a graph. So like at the bottom you can see Microsoft have a four major responsibility, like providing the database data center facility, networking, storage, and the certified hardware. That's a Microsoft responsibility. Now the operating system responsibility is going to be shared, because the Microsoft responsibility is to provision the operating system, and as soon as you get the root access, you can go ahead and build your application on the operating system. And then building the application, specialized workload, application, managed services is kind of thing which is going to be for the customer responsibility, right? Again, this whole operational model is going to be work on a shared responsibilities, where few responsibilities going to be from the customer and the few responsibilities going to be from the Microsoft end. Bare metal instance stamps, right? So the bare metal instance stamps itself combine the following components. It's have a compute, network, and the storage, right? Within the multi-tenant infrastructure of the bare metal stamp, customer are deployed into the isolated tenant. When deploying a tenant, you name a Azure subscription with your Azure enroll number. This subscription is one built for your bare metal instance. Now it's all about like how the charges is going to be happen, right? Your bare metal instance have a three kind of things: compute, network, and storage, and it's going to be charged for all of these things, or whatever you have used, or whatever the charges or the uses of these things will be get charged. Operating system, so we only have a two operating system options available for the bare metal. It's Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and second one is SUSE Linux Enterprise Server. These are the two operating systems are available. Second, bring your own model, right? So bare metal infrastructure is only available with bring your own model, which means uh, you can select which OS you want to install, right? But to activate that operating system or to the OS, that's something is your own responsibility. Microsoft is not going for that responsibility. Microsoft is going to install the operating system with some sort of trial version, right? And then you need to go ahead and activate your own bring your own license on the operating system. Storage, so we do have a plenty of storage options. We do have a NFS storage, we do have a fiber channel storage, right? It do have a deep integrations like the SQL, SAP, and more. So all of these storage options which are available with the bare metal can be run with multiple workload like Oracle, SAP, HANA, SQL kind of thing, right? It also provide the application consistent data protection and the data management capabilities. And the self-service management tool offer the space efficient snapshot, cloning, and granular replication capabilities, along with the single pane of glass monitoring, right? And then infrastructure enable zero RP RTO capability for data availability and the business continuity. Now, these are the benefits which we are getting with the bare metal instance for this storage. Now, what kind of storage options are available? It can go up to 4x 100 GB uplink. It can go up to 32 GB fiber channel uplink. All SSDs and NVMe drives are supported. Ultra low latency and high throughput uh, are there. It can scale up to 4 petabyte of the raw storage. It can support up to 11 million IOPS for the storage account or for the storage on the bare metal infrastructure, right? It support various type of protocol which are ICE-KZ, NFS v3 v4, fiber channel, NVMe over the FC. So these are the data protocols which has been supported for the data connectivity. Networking, right? So the networking is going to be the key component, as we know, for this whole bare metal infrastructure deployment, because these infrastructure deployments is need to be connected with the your virtual network, and then from the virtual network you can expand to the on-premise by using the hybrid connectivity, right? And it's more offer like you might be need to have this connectivity or this application connectivity with your store locations or to the other location as well, right? That's where Microsoft and Azure offer a multiple way of connecting these bare metal services to your on-premise data center or to the other store by using the multiple things like the express route, right? Or to the private link, sorry, express route, Azure VPN gateway kind of thing which you can use, right? With the express route, you will be going to get a benefit of like you can get the minimum bandwidth of 1 GB and 1 Gbps and the higher. It's going to be the one-to-one connectivity, and it's provide you the the fastest data travel between your on-premise to the Azure or to the bare metal, because it's have one-to-one mapping. Your data is traveling to the special ports or to the special network. It's not traveling over the internet, right? So express route let you extend your on-premise network into the Microsoft cloud over the private network with connectivity provider helps. You can use the express route local for cost effective data transfer between your on-premise location and the Azure region you want. To extend the connectivity across the geographical boundaries, you can enable the express route premium, which is a kind of add-on and allow you to connect with the multiple geolocations to the express route, right? So this is how your networkings look like. You can see you have a bare metal instance, and then you have an NFS storage account which is connected with the bare metal instance, and then you have express route fast path enable, which allow you to travel the traffic to the express route gateway, and from there your data is traveling to the on-premise customer location, right? And the same way you can come back and travel the data, or your data can be traveled from on-premise to the bare metal instance as well, right? So this is how your overall network configurations or the networking view is look like for this bare metal network configuration, right? So let's quickly jump into the demo. So to see the bare metal instance, you simply search for bare metal on the top, right? And when you click on here, you would be able to see the bare metal instance here. As I told you, this is something cannot be created directly from the portal. For this you need to raise the support case. Now how exactly you can go ahead and raise the support cases? You need to go in the subscription. You can click on the subscription name, and from here you can raise your support request, support and the request, and from here you can describe your issue type, and from here you can do it, right? So this is the way from where you can request for for the bare metal instance, and once Microsoft have reviewed your request, they would be going to provision a one bare metal instance for you. Obviously this is going to be take a little time because they have to provision a new hardware for you, certified hardware, and then need to give the access to you. So obviously it's going to take a time, but once your approval or once the approval from the Microsoft, it's going to be available for you. So now like how you can see the further configuration once the managed instance has been sorry, the bare metal instance has been created. So from here you can see this is how your bare metal instance look like. So once it's created, this is how it's going to be. Like this is how it's going to be. And once you can you have bare metal instances created, this is how you can view your single attributes of your managed, sorry, your bare metal instances. Like you can see the operating system, power state, configuration, IPs, proximity placement group, all of these things you can see directly from the portal. Now you can see the activity log. Same way you check on the Azure virtual machine. Same way you can check for the activity log for your bare metal instance as well. A part of that you can see the properties of the bare metal instance, like the resource ID, resource group, subscription name, operating system, power state, SKU, client IP kind of things, or the your storage NFS IP kind of thing you can see under the property. Now to restart the bare metal instance, same way you can use Azure portal. You can directly go on the instance and you can restart, stop, start, or start your instance directly from the portal as well, right? To create the infra, to create the bare metal, this is how you need to raise the request. You need to select the issue type. You need to select the subscription. You need to select the service bare metal. You need to provide the name. You need to provide the summary, problem type, and your problems of type, and then from there you can go ahead and submit the request to the Microsoft. So which means you can go ahead, you can search for I think service and this, right, and from here you can go ahead and search for bare metal. I think no, it's not going here, it should be on the billing, but uh, no, it's not giving me the option to create the bare metal because it should give, as per the document which is this, it should giving me the service as a bare metal, right? So this is something is not there, which means I cannot see or cannot purchase the bare metal directly from from this subscription because it's in a it's kind of a demo subscription. It does not have a full capabilities, right? But you still use or still you can raise the support case to buy our infrastructure or the bare metal infrastructure. All right, that's it in this video. I hope you like this video. If you like, please click on like and subscribe for more upcoming videos, and feel free to reach us if you have any questions. Thank you.